I'm like, am I a bitch? And like, maybe. Oh, fuck, I don't know. I'm just like some random bitch, like talking about books. Like, well, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Shoshana here to talk about some friggin' booktube. So, technically my 5-year anniversary on booktube was actually in the beginning of June. I'm recording this on like June 26th, oopsie daisy. And yeah, let me just see. Yeah, June 13th, 2017 was my first video where I talked so quiet and I didn't have a microphone, and it's terrible, but at any rate, I miss it like every year. I think I've done this video, this tag, like once or twice maybe. Have I even ever done it? Let's fucking see. I think I did it one time in 5 years. Oh, God. I think it was last year. Last year was the first time I did it. Oh, my God. That's freaking hilarious. And the originator of this particular tag was, I just had it up, Average Joe Reads. The video will be linked down below. Yeah, let's just get into it. Number 1, how many years on booktube are you celebrating? I already answered that. 5 years. Half a damn decade. That's wild. That's so weird. Number 2, what has kept you motivated to continue making videos? You know, loving to read, I guess. I always have been an avid, like, bookworm my entire life, like, just constantly reading when I was a kid. I really wished I had, like, kept track of all the books I read as a child, because I don't even know how many there would be. I was literally just always reading. Like, my parents would have to tell me I couldn't bring a book to church or into the restaurant we were going into or whatever. Family gatherings, my mom would be like, put your book down, like you need to talk to people. But I'd be like, I just want to read. And then when I went to college, I got out of reading for leisure because, you know, college. I also I went to college and got a degree in writing, and I had a lot of English classes, so I did still read literature, but it was like required reading, and it was a lot of like the classics and like literary fiction and blah blah blah, and just the like analyzing every sentence and like what did the author mean by this blah thing, just like very analytical stuff that I got burnt out from reading for leisure. And it wasn't until a couple years after college that I even started kind of getting back into reading. And then I started really getting back into it, and it was maybe a year or two after that that I randomly came across a booktube video and was like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, so I don't know, I love to read. And I also like talking to the camera, and editing videos is pretty fun. I don't like love editing, but I don't hate it either. So just the whole process has been an enjoyable thing. I don't know. Number 3, what are 3 of your favorite videos you've made in the past year and why? Oh, fuck, I don't know. What have I even made? Let me give a scroll here and see. It's not a very popular video necessarily. None of mine are. I don't get like a shit ton of views. I really like doing the history of things we hate video. I liked that. I just did that like a month ago. Anti-obligation reading, that was just a very chatty one, but I had been like wanting to do that for a while, so I'm glad I did that. Oh, my Michael J. Sullivan's World of Elon video, that was cool too. Enjoyed doing that. Oh, my Storygraph walkthrough, I did an updated one. Always enjoy that. Oh, tier ranking my friends' reading tastes was pretty fun. Also, I did that one about a year ago. One that was popular, and I would say it's fun, but it wasn't really fun. Because I was so fucking mad, but, you know, love a good rant. So, House of Sky and Breath rant review, also, like I said, it's an hour long. I was fucking angry. But it was also very cathartic to rant about that, so I guess I'll go with that. I think that was more than 3. I don't know. Whatever. 3 of those that I just said. Number 4, what have you struggled with on Booktube in the past year, and how did you overcome that struggle? So I would say in the last year and a half, just feeling burnout from being part of a community. I am fully aware that being super active in the community, interacting with people all the time, being very active on Instagram and very active on Twitter, and being in a bunch of Discord servers and talking to people regularly, I am fully aware that that would get me more views. I see people who have around the same amount of subscribers as me, and sometimes less, who get sometimes 1,000 views at least per video, and I get 300 to 500. And so it's kind of well, damn, okay. But number 1, sometimes they are talking about more popular adult fantasy series a lot, the Wheel of Times, the Malazans, the Brando Sandos, those books and series and things, and those just are going to be a little bit more popular in the adult fantasy sphere. But also a lot of times the people I see getting way more views than me and having either less subs or around the same amount, they are people who are very active in the community. They're in all the Discords, they're talking to people all the time, they're very, very social within the community, right? And so it makes sense that happens. I just can't be fucking bothered anymore. After 4-ish years, I was just getting very burnt out from being available all the time, or interacting socially constantly online with people. I ended up starting a new Twitter account that I made private, and I think I have 20 some people that I follow, and there's some people in the community, but not a lot. And I deactivated my old Twitter. I'm on Instagram a decent amount. I pop on and look at stories, but I don't really interact all that extensively on Instagram. Yeah, and I'm in my own Discord, and Ashley Bookish Realms, I'm a patron of hers, so I'm in her Discord. And yeah, I can't, man. I got so burnt out, my social energy. I've learned my limits and set my boundaries, and so there's that. So I wouldn't say it was really a struggle. I guess maybe it was a struggle of figuring out what my issue was, where I was just I just don't want to fucking talk to lots of people. And I'm am I a bitch? And maybe. But I don't think that's what it is. It's just my social energy has a limit, and I was overextending that for a while. Because when you first join Booktube, or probably any community like that, you're just I want to make all the friends and talk to all the people and be up on what's going on all the time, and on Twitter, being aware of the drama, and people would ask me hey, do you know what's going on? Because usually I would, because I would fucking sit there and do the detective work to figure out what people were subtweeting about, and be oh, it was this was the original tweet. And now I'm just I can't. There's so much bullshit going on, there's so much doom scrolling to be done that I do too often. And I just can't be in the shit all the time with interpersonal stuff in the community. And sometimes it's serious stuff too. And I'm not saying I don't want to know about it, but just being so actively not involved, but checking it out and just all that shit, I just can't. So yeah, that. Number 5, choose one moment from the past year on Booktube that you would love to relive. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly can't, I don't know. I can't think of anything. I'm fucking stupid. Number 6, shout out a huge supporter of your channel. I mean, I have lots of friends that are supportive. And most of the comments I get on my videos are from people who regularly comment. Warren Gordon, with the pizza slices at least all the time. My mom Like, my mom watches every single one of my videos, and my mom's not, like, an avid reader or anything, so half the time she probably has no idea what I'm talking about, and my mom doesn't love swearing, so she's watching my videos and me being like, fucking shit, bitch, bah. So that's very supportive as well. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like I have a lot of people, probably a lot of lurkers, too, that watch but never comment, but yeah, I don't know, there's a lot of people. I mean, like I was saying a little bit ago, like I see people who have less subscribers than me or around the same that get like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds more views than I do. But I still, like, it's still wild to me. I didn't say that to be like, oh, I don't get enough. Meh. Not at all. Because it's still fucking wild to me that like 3 to 5-ish hundred people per video typically give a fuck enough to watch my videos. Like, what? That's wild. That's a lot of people. I'm just like some random bitch, like talking about books. Like, I'm not anybody, you know what I mean? So that's fucking wild still. So thanks to all of you for being supporters of my channel. It's much appreciated. Obviously, I have some channel members as well who are clearly supportive of my channel. So yeah, I don't know. I have lots of people supporting my channel, actually. Number 7, what's the best book you've read in this past year? Ooh, okay. I mean, The Final Strife has been my favorite this year so far. Last year, however, would have been either The Chosen and the Beautiful, I think. Was that my favorite last year? I think it was, wasn't it? Or Son of the Storm. One of these were my favorite, I think, last year. And so far this year, I think these two have been my favorite. So Many Beginnings, and then The Final Strife, which I am rereading already. Leave me alone. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I would say those 4. Number 8, where do you see your channel in a year's time, and what do you hope to have achieved? I don't know. I mean, I guess I just hope that I'm still pretty consistent and like still posting videos regularly. Right now I'm at like 2 a week typically is what the first like year and a half I was on Booktube, I did 4 videos a week. Like, what the fuck? The hell was I talking about? And then I cut it down to 3 per week for a little while, and then I cut it down even more to 2. So every now and then I'll do 3 in a week, just if I have like a lot backed up and I'm like, oh, I need to get these out. But yeah, I don't know, I just hope to be consistent. So where do I see my channel? I don't know. Where it is, I'm probably with more subscribers just because time will have passed, but yeah, that is that. Number 9 is to tag someone whose anniversary is coming up. I have no fucking idea whose Booktube anniversary is coming up. Could not tell you. So tag your it if yours is coming up and do this video. And there we have it. That is all. Yeah, I have thoroughly enjoyed being on Booktube. It was something that I started when I was in my not so great relationship, an abusive relationship. And I had been in that relationship for about 4 years, and I was realizing, number 1, things were starting to get like really, really bad, and it was like escalating. And I just was realizing that like I kind of had lost myself a fair amount in that relationship, which can happen in any relationship, but certainly in an abusive one. And I was like kind of just starting to realize that it was abusive. And honestly, joining Booktube was part of what helped me like see that even more, because this person had a huge issue with me starting my channel. And he definitely, like, looking back, and as with much of the abuse, I don't believe he was like maliciously planning it out. It was just how he was because of his own shit, whatever. But he was like, looking back, he definitely tried, like, made attempts to like isolate me a bit, which never really happened, because I was very like, nah, my friends are my friends, I love my friends, and like I'm talking to my friends and my mom and like whatever. But yeah, he would always try to like taint like my opinion of them by like trying to make me think they were like bad or meddlesome or whatever. And then when I joined Booktube, he had a huge issue with that. Saw it as me trying to like find it's fucking hilarious now. Saw me joining Booktube as me trying to find people to fuck. I was like, what? No. Yeah, it was, anyway. And just always was very like jealous about it, very paranoid about it, and tried kind of making me feel shitty about it. And again, I don't think consciously was like, I'm going to try to make her not do this anymore, but like clearly was making those attempts, like would have been happy had I stopped doing Booktube, because yeah, he just saw, it was, the paranoia was reaching all-time highs. And I was just like, no, I really enjoy this. This is like a creative outlet for me. I'm making friends that have like similar interests to me, and I'm not giving that up. And I continued doing it through the remainder of the relationship, which was about 1.5 years, and then got out of that. And yeah, I'm just so glad that I started it and said, fuck off, man. I'm doing it. I don't care. And like I said, just seeing the like paranoia around it and the like kind of controlling shit of like, I'm just fucking making videos talking about books to people. Like, why are you being weird about this? It kind of started to help me see the behavior in a different light. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like a new thing, a new element, a new thing I was doing that like wasn't the norm that he had such an issue with. So it like stuck out to me, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Anyway. Yeah, so I love being on Booktube. There's been all kinds of the dramas over the years, the recycled dramas, that recycled conversations, arguments that always happen, talking about dumb people trolling, being like, audiobooks aren't reading. It's like, oh my God, we're doing this again? We're doing this again. You just kind of have to roll with that shit because it's just gonna keep coming up. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I've made some amazing friends, some best friends, like people who are genuinely my best friends in real life. And yeah, I'm just very, very grateful. I've learned about a lot more books that I wouldn't have learned about had I not been on Booktube. And yeah, I plan to keep making videos until it's not fun anymore, basically. As always, thank you so much for your time. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.